favorite releases coming out of Hollywood. The show that is for the fans, by the fans. I'm your host for today, Mrs. Scenario Shaquille VonJevy, and joining me, she's back since the first episode of season 2. Kiki SB, what's up? Where have you been, guy?
I've been busy.
And Patricia Rostrulo.
What's up, everyone?
The movie that we're doing today is Spider-Man, so let's check it out.
The illegal weapons barrier was at 2:30. You missed it. No.
Alright, so we're back. We just finished watching Spider-Man Homecoming. Fresh out the theater. We're gonna start off with the good, so who wants to start?
So the good for me was the storyline. I think it was appropriate for from what we've been seeing previously. They did an excellent job. They made it so that it was like we never seen Spider-Man before, coming from the previous studio, because we all know it was with Sony. I think that for me, the villain, Michael Keaton, did such a good job.
Yeah, he did.
Playing Vulture. He was good, he was mean, he was menacing. Even though he didn't have too many lines, his body language and his presence was so good. Like, it made the story enjoyable for me. Like, I love when a villain is good and bad and evil. Peter Parker, Tom Holland, he did a great job.
Yeah.
He did a great job, not only with his acting, but his voice acting as well. Because we all know he's from the UK. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
he's from the American
Yeah, I almost forgot.
yeah, his American accent
Yeah.
was so good. So I have to give him props for that. All the other characters were great as well. Like, everybody played their role, whether it was big or small. And I think that even the jokes in this movie was so fitting, and they were actually funny. Like, sometimes when you're watching Marvel, some of the jokes are like not done at the right time.
Cheesy.
Yeah, cheesy, you know?
Yeah.
It was.
But this one, this wasn't cheesy.
The timing was perfect.
The timing was perfect, and like every joke fit.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed that as well. I think overall the pace of the movie was good, and even, I guess you could say, the emotions, we got to see the emotions that Peter Parker went through, and we kind of saw him grow from the beginning of the movie to the end. So.
Yeah.
I agree. With everything that you said, actually. One of my number one fears going into this movie is Marvel has a reputation of making corny ass jokes, and I'm not really about that, right? Like, I hate the jokes when it comes to these movies, like Guardians and stuff like that. It just really turns me off. I was really scared because I know that Spider-Man is the type of character that they would want to push some of these jokes on, but they did it in such a way that was amazing. Like, it was just so good. Like, I laughed at every single joke. There was not one joke where I was just like, okay, oh, that's dumb. Like, what the hell? Like, why'd you throw that in there? Everything was perfectly written, in my opinion, when it comes to that. One thing that you didn't mention that I thought was pretty cool with this movie was the diversity. The diversity in this movie was crazy. Like, crazy, and everything was so fitting. Everything was like,
The reason I didn't mention it is because I've been seeing it so much on social media that it's like normal to me.
So, and it didn't seem out of place or whatever. Like, they really did a good job, even though I wasn't expecting Flash to be what he was, but it was still good. I also like the emotions. I'm a big emotion person, like high intensity, high emotions, and I never really get that in a Marvel movie. The last time I got it, I had to wait so long, was for Civil War, right? But they did it in this movie, right, with Peter Parker and Tony, and even though Tony wasn't even in the movie all that much, you could tell that he's actually a character in the MCU that has grown the most. And then his relationship with Spider-Man is perfect. Like, it's like I feel like we weren't missing Spider-Man like the whole time that they've been doing these Avenger movies. The fact that he got it was like the fact that he got Spider-Man. I mean, they got Spider-Man back. It's like it was new, it was fresh, and it was like we weren't missing him. You know what I mean? Other than that, I thought the pacing was great, and I thought the storyline was great, and I thought that there was like a whoa moment where I was just like, that was just beautiful.
Genius.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, like, I agree with both of you and everything you said, and I think to cap it all off, the movie was, like, fresh. Like, for a Spider-Man movie, we've seen it, it's been done before, but, like, it was fresh. Like, everything was good. The actors were good. The storyline was different. It wasn't, like, I didn't think we'd go in there and be like, okay, it's different. It's like, we're going to get the same thing over and over, but it wasn't.
It's completely different than a Sony one.
Yeah, you know what? I think they nailed it where they kind of fast forwarded and started it at a certain point.
Yeah.
You know,
I went in there with no expectations because I didn't think that this, like, I was going in there like ready, like, okay, well, Sony's still attached to it, but we have Marvel, but it really, like, Marvel, you could really tell that Marvel really took control of everything in this movie. Like, everything. Like, they just put, Sony just has their name on it technically, like, because it's still their property, right?
Yeah.
But Marvel wrote, like, you could tell that it was Marvel's writers.
Yeah.
Because everything
you can tell it was a Marvel movie.
Yeah, it was a Marvel movie,
but
100%.
Fresh. Like, it wasn't like, oh, it's just another Marvel movie. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what I felt.
Verdict. Out of 10, what do you give it?
I give it an 8.
I'm gonna give it a 9.
I'm gonna give it a 9 too. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was good. I got my boy in the back. He's probably pissed off or some shit. But I'm gonna give this movie a 9. Honestly, I really didn't think that there was anything wrong with this movie. It was really minor. I really enjoyed it. It was really fresh, and I think that's what's. I wasn't expecting it to be as fresh as it was.
Yeah.
That's why I really like this movie.
Yeah.
I think the thing, like I was saying in the theater, the movie fit for Spider-Man. So, like, everything he was dealing with wasn't, like, he wasn't out there saving the world. He wasn't doing, like, an Avengers task. You know what I mean? Right. So, like, fit
smaller,
with everything. Yeah.
Oh,
fit with the movie.
Another thing that I didn't like about the movie, I think I turned to you in the theater and I said I didn't like this, was it was too techy.
Suit.
Yeah, everything was just too techy. Like, that's not, like, I kind of felt like they should have given Spider-Man a little bit more of just Spider-Man on his own, right? Without the help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think Tony helped way too much, and actually, if it wasn't for Tony, I don't know how Spider-Man would have got out of certain situations in this movie. So, and I like how they
relied too much on.
He relied way too much on Tony, and but I do like.
Story. That was the story.
That was the story, so I can't really be mad. But in terms of, like, the tech stuff, I'm not really feeling the tech stuff. I kind of wanted to see Spider-Man be Spider-Man, and then later on when maybe they're fighting Thanos, because he's going to need advancements or whatever, then you bring it in there. Other than that, I was just like,
Well, because it's a female version of, what's his name? Iron Man's tech guy.
Oh, right.
Jarvis.
Jarvis. And I didn't like that.
Yeah.
So that to me was just like,
Yeah, I never thought they would have had those kind of advancements. And
it was too much. I mean, if I'm gonna judge from this movie, to me, to tell you the truth, I have no idea how he's gonna fight Thanos. None. Because Spider-Man's kind of weak.
Yeah.
He's not that strong.
Well, he's 15.
It doesn't matter. I don't care.
Still teenage.
You're not. What are you gonna? Yeah, you're 15. You're gonna be 16. You're gonna be 16 when you fight Thanos.
What's Baby gonna do with Thanos?
Yeah.
Or not?
He's not gonna be shit.
He's a teenager. He's a teenager too.
So I mean,
maybe in another year he'll be back at his.
So, but I like it. I like the development, whatever. But at the same time, he's not gonna be any match for Thanos.
I think
because he wasn't even a match for Vulture. So.
Yeah, he couldn't even save anyone.
So right, exactly. Right?
So you think they made him too weak in this movie then?
They made him too weak, but I think it was fitting.
Yeah.
I was going to say that I think that was going to be a part of my bad, that it was a little bit PG in terms of his abilities. Whereas we know Spider-Man to be he can hold his own. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it's like, it's fitting for the movie, but it's weak for the universe.
For the universe,
right.
exactly.
Yeah. Fitting for the movie, weak for the universe. That is our verdict. So I want to thank you guys for joining us on this episode of Cinema Circle.
If you have any questions, you can send us an email at cinemacircle1@gmail.com, and don't forget to follow us on our Instagram, cinema_circle.
Welcome back, Kiki.
Thank you.
All right, I am Scenario. Patricia signing out. Stay
Peace.
blessed. Always keep it 100. I've been saying that every episode. I almost forgot this time. Peace.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Also click like, share, and subscribe.